Hi everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd, doing a quick review of the new Milo EP mixtape project, Cavalcade. If you've been a long-time viewer of this channel, I don't think I need to catch you up on exactly who Milo is. He is a Wisconsin rapper. He's dropped some projects that I've enjoyed over the past few years, like I Wish My Brother Rob Was Here, or the 2 EPs that he dropped far earlier this year, Things That Happen Today, Things That Happen at Night. I told you guys in an earlier favorite releases of 2013 so far video that Things That Happen Today may potentially be my favorite hip-hop EP of this year, if not just my favorite EP, period. He has moved quickly onto his next project. It's called Cavalcade. He's working again with Things That Happen at Day producer Riley Lake. Riley's production, in my opinion, comes off as being really layered, thematic, kind of conceptual, and I think that Milo's lyrics show off those tendencies even more when he's on Riley's production. Now, from what I understand, a lot of the songs on this record are inspired by some personal tragedy for Milo, as well as his grandfather, and from what I read are one of his grandfather's favorite musical acts, the band America, whose music is sampled constantly throughout this project. Now, the production on Things That Happen Today was really colorful and modern and forward-thinking, but I think that the beats on Cavalcade take an almost trippy, psychedelic turn. Like the opener on this LP, Geometry and Theology, it kicks off with this America sample. The song A Horse With No Name, actually, it has the very kind of somber vocal kicking the track off, and eventually the fiddles, the winding fiddle playing, gets manipulated. Not only is it playing against these guitars, but later it's kind of throbbing and pulsating and waving wildly. And Milo's rapping over the track pretty passionately, and he's got this chipmunked version of his voice playing against his voice on top of it. With this, on top of the samples and the kind of subtle percussion, it's a really dense track. I would say almost cluttered in a way. Of course, Milo's lyrics, what I was hearing of them, are very philosophically loaded. He's dealing with issues on this track like ego, as well as purpose, language, and what it all kind of boils down to is that Milo is using a lot of these references and a lot of these philosophical ideas to just convey some really basic human emotions. There are points on this track and others too where Milo comes off as being very insecure, very kind of confused about his present, his future. One moment on Cavalcade, he's talking about creating this weird art piece made of pap smear yeast, and bloggers called it his masterpiece. He compares his rap notebook to Flowers of Algernon, which I guess if you're familiar with the book, you can kind of liken that to sort of a progression, since Milo sees himself as getting better writing rap songs, but a very rough start, I guess, is what he's trying to say, came from this notebook. Again, look up the book Flowers for Algernon. There's also another line where Milo is saying that he dedicated his life to mining pyrite, basically, writing fake gold, or at least that's what it felt like to me. And there are moments where in his own sort of dorky, weird, funny way, he's bragging about what he's doing and how he's making it doing what he's doing in a sense, where he's talking about how he's running this art rap game right now, but it's a boondoggle. There's one moment where he's talking about buying audiobooks with rap monies, drowning out poopy rap songs with them. This is the second track on the album, which actually fades pretty seamlessly into the third song on this LP, which I do like. A lot of this tape does feel incredibly cohesive. Even the songs that I don't really care for feel linked in and just inseparable from the songs that I do like. This next track, though, Red Oleanders, maybe is easily my least favorite on this tape. And it really has nothing to do with Milo or Riley. Milo's verses to me are fine. I don't really have an issue with anything he says, and something that's really interesting toward the end of this track is that there's a beat change up, and Milo is sort of legit flowing on this song. A lot of people sort of criticize him for his weird, chopped up, spacey, semi-spoken word rap style, which I do like a lot. He was rapping a little bit more straightforward, like on his My Brother Rob was here, Mixtape, and now he's kind of getting back to that a little bit more here at a few moments and actually doing it better. But I digress to get back to Red Oleanders. Really, for me, it's Bus Driver that just ruins the chorus of this track and really just the song in general. His singing to me is like supreme shower singing, just like not really a strong hold of pitch. Just the way he sings hurts my ears, and it's all in the throat up here. And the closing track on here, not one of Milo's best choruses as well, but still I do appreciate the adventure that he tries to deliver on this track. Not only are his verses still very heady and very odd, but his flow on this song seems so comfortable, and he's able to kind of maintain the same delivery that he does on a lot of tracks that it's almost not obvious that the song is in 3/4. Riley Lake's sampling, very nimble sampling of acoustic guitars on this song too, is very nice. Also on the track I Am, Riley really shows off his production prowess. Milo does have a verse on this track, although it's a short one. The song is mostly an instrumental, a really interesting and twisted hip-hop take, bringing the trademark Suzanne Vega together with more America samples. And then toward the back end, it just makes this sudden change into more of a future garage thing. It really shows off how much James Blake really kind of influences what Riley Lake does, how well he pulls together the James Blake sample from the song Retrograde is just another breadcrumb in that trail of influence, in that trail of admiration. The line does feel a little padded out at times with all of these people talking here, people talking there, this snippet from here, this snippet from there. It's not necessarily a bad thing because I do like a lot of the quotes that are played, and I feel like it does kind of give context to the kind of things that Milo will be attacking in his verses, even though they are really abstract. Really, Riley Lake to me sticks out more as being the person on this mixtape who is like, surprise, I'm doing this now. Can you believe it? Which is fine because it led to some great beats on this thing. But I have to say there are moments where I feel like Milo is a little overshadowed, not only by how fantastic some of the instrumentals are, but almost by the overwhelming amount of effects that are used on some of these tracks, especially the first two. I ended up liking this tape quite a bit, not quite as much as Things That Happen at Day or Things That Happen at Night, but I wouldn't say it was quite the disappointment that I felt Milo Takes Baths was when I first originally listened to that. If you've given Cavalcade a listen, did you love it? Did you hate it? Why? What do you think I should review next? And that's it. Anthony Fantano, Milo, Riley Lake, Cavalcade, forever.